everybody, my name is Bobble Hat Boy and welcome to another Bobble Hat Boy video. In today's video I'm going to be talking all about the Curse at Alton Manor, brand new for 2023 at the Alton Towers Resort. In the last video I talked all about this, and now I'm going to be talking more about the pictures that the Alton Towers Resort have released recently about the insides of the ride. But if you do want to know more about the ride itself, then go and watch the last video. So, yesterday, at the time of recording this, on Monday the 13th of March, Alton Towers released to the press 5 brand new images, and today we're going to be dissecting each and every one. So let's get into it, shall we? In the first image we can see a picture which is taken from the existing scene that existed in Duel and the Haunted House, which was like the banqueting hall. This, you can see, there have been 2 skeletons sitting down having a meal, which have obviously been added since it was Duel, and they're very interesting to see. Yeah, you can see there's some food on the table, which obviously they were eating, and now, as the story suggests, Emily has been in the attic whilst they've been having parties in the house itself, so this would suggest that sort of thing, them having a party, and they've kind of deceased by how long she's been in there. Let's get into the second image. Here in this second image, I do really like this one. This might be one of my favourite images. So, you can see that there is a huge doll's house that the ride system itself is going into. As you can see at the bottom, there is the ride system. It is the exact same ride system as Duel and the Haunted House. So, there is this absolutely huge doll's house, which the riders are going into, which is like them entering her demonic world, which is what the park have stated. In London a few weeks ago, they hosted a pop-up event where you could go into the world's largest doll's house. I think this might be larger than that, to be honest, but I do very much like this, as it's a doll's house of the facade on the outside. As you can see, this is what the outside looks like, and this is what this looks like. You can see the tower in the corner, and the other bits on the other side, and this is obviously like where the main entrance is. And if you couldn't get enough of the facade, it's even at the very top. So there's a mini version of the Curse at Alton Manor inside of a minier version of the Curse at Alton Manor, which is inside of the big Curse at Alton Manor. There's a lot of curses at Alton Manors going on. Zooming into the back of the image quickly, you can see many Easter eggs about the park. You can see Toyland Tours, that used to be an attraction where the Alton Towers dungeon now is. You can see there's a thing that looks to be saying Bjornen, that's a reference to Wicker Man. And at the back it says Toy Car Series, Queen of Speed, which is of course a reference to Rita, which used to be called Rita, Queen of Speed. On to the third image. Right, so in the third image, this is where it gets a bit weird. We are now, like, sized down to the scale of a doll. Like on Ratatouille, obviously, you're sized down. It's kind of like that. We're now inside of the doll's house. Speaking of Ratatouille, there is a reference to Wild Mouse Poison, a previous ride at the park. And Jackson Pharmacy. Francis Jackson, ex-operations director. We'll remember you. He's not dead, he's just left the park. There's also a thing on the side that says UGG Products and Corkscrew, Maison Talbot. Ugland used to be where the area of the Corkscrew was, which obviously was the ride that started the park as it is now, and Talbot Street was an area that used to exist on park. Now the main centrepiece for this is plans for my new mummy and daddy. Yeah, moving on. Continuing on after that really weird last one is my dream house no one can ever leave. And it's got a house and matchsticks all over it. Yeah, I can definitely tell we're entering her demonic world. On the floor, you can see there is a saw, looks maybe like a reference to Ripsaw, a previous ride on the park. Blue Steel Blade, that's obviously a reference to the Blade, the pirate ship in Forbidden Valley. For the final bit on this image, there is a box that says Toy Parts Glass Doll Eyes. There used to be a doll's house in Talbot Street, as it says at the bottom, which is obviously where the World of David Walliams now is. This ride is completely full of Easter eggs to previous rides, and I'm absolutely loving it. Let's move on to the final image. So we are here in the final image where it looks like we're in the attic. I very much like how there is roofing, like making it look like you're in an attic, and there's cobwebs everywhere. And on the side here, just by these boxes, there is a little sign that says, "I'll give you a wretched little creature." I'm pretty sure that is the sign that said 6 + 9 = the jeweler's over. That's definitely interesting. And there's, at the back, there's a doll just chilling out there. And yeah, it's definitely interesting. I'm very excited to see what they do with this ride, and I'm very excited to see how different it is from Jewel. But I will be very interested to see how much they lean into the horror aspects, because obviously it is a family ride at the end of the day. So that'll definitely be interesting to see. I can't wait to finally get on the Curse at Alton Manor. This ride looks so good and will definitely be an upgrade from the previous ride that was Jewel the Haunted House Strikes Back. It has been quite a short turnaround time, so it'll be interesting to see what they do and how much changes they've done. But I'd love to know your opinions and what you think of this. And it opens this Saturday on the 18th of March. I know this has been a longer video compared to my standards, but I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will hopefully see you all later. Goodbye!